look happier.
This week, I continued the pursuit of making our space functional. We changed our minds on a recent sideboard purchase, and I decided on a better and more beautiful storage solution for the kitchen.
Ooh, that is real nice.
And after humming and hawing for weeks over nightstands, I finally decided on what would work for our space, even though it wasn't my top choice. But that's okay, because it'll be yet another fun DIY project for me to work on. Like I said from the beginning, a small space will stretch your creativity, and I'm up for the challenge. We also got an ottoman to serve as our coffee table, and of course, as more storage. Are you seeing a theme here? Nova, that's my tripod. Do not play with it, please. You know I'm talking to you. Don't ignore me. So last week I said that we were going to get a tall bookcase to go in between this sideboard and our desks here. This wall spans the entire condo. So when you walk in, you see everything that is on this wall. I didn't want a bookcase kind of breaking up that line of sight. We also still need some sort of shoe storage situation. And I'm like, I'm gonna have a shoe cabinet, a sideboard, and a bookcase, and they're all gonna be different, and the aesthetic is gonna be different, and it's just not going to look cohesive at all. We got the sideboard pretty much like the first week that we moved in because we were in such desperate need for extra kitchen storage space. It was inexpensive and I thoroughly cleaned it up, but it also has gone through a lot of wear and tear to the point that I thought I probably want to paint it in the future. And is it the exact aesthetic that I wanted? No, but functionally it served a purpose. But then we realized it's actually shorter than the kitchen counter. Since there isn't really enough space to have an island, whatever cabinet is against the wall is basically meant to serve the purpose of an island, so it does have to be the height of the kitchen counter if we want to be able to comfortably prep on it. So Roman came up with a great idea to just get two cabinets that are the same and put those side by side and basically make a long cabinet across the kitchen that would basically be the length of what the sideboard and the bookcase would be, so that we still get that additional storage. All right, let's get started. You gonna help me? Are you gonna help me? No. You guys are making this heavier. Ooh. Well, the color is very nice. I'm happy I went with this darker color instead of the lighter one. Man, this thing was so expensive, and you can still see like it's sawdust. It's pressed wood, but I guess it's wood veneer. So the outside feels more durable. You're gonna clean as you go. It's like making dinner. You gotta wash dishes as you go. Huh. Oh, I see, okay. So, let's go like this. What the heck? What does any of this mean? Okay, all right, one thing done. Okay, this is gonna take a while. This is gonna take a while. You don't need to watch this. This was another IKEA purchase, but it was a pretty expensive one. But we sold a lot of furniture that we used to have that didn't work for this place. We saved a lot of money getting the couch secondhand, so we figured if there's something that we're gonna splurge on, it should be the cabinet that we use in the kitchen where we are basically all day. Even in a small space, the kitchen is still the heart of the home, so we wanna make sure that is the most comfortable and functional place for us.
That is real nice. Oh yeah. This is so nice. Very happy. Very happy.
I had this idea in my head that in a small space, you really want to make use of vertical height. And I think in a lot of cases that's true, but sometimes you also have to look at your layout and see if that makes sense or if it even feels right. Even though I really had an intention to get most things secondhand for this space, I realized that when you are dealing with such a small space, you really have to pick things that are going to work for you. When you get things secondhand, sometimes you just get it because it's a good deal and it kind of works, but not really. And when you don't have a lot of space to work with, every piece of furniture counts. So even though this cabinet was expensive, I am so much happier with this decision. I really like the style of these cabinets. They're a lot more classy and sophisticated. And again, when you don't have that much furniture in a small space, I think it's important that when you look around, everything in your space brings you joy.
No. Cabinet exhaustion.
Because we are always looking for storage solutions for this small space, we decided that instead of getting a coffee table, we got an ottoman. And it's kind of like a longer cylindric ottoman so that we can actually put our feet up somewhere. And I think that's gonna be our coffee table solution. Maybe we revisit that in the future. But for now, this will do, and it'll give us yet another hidden storage space. I think they like it already. Can I take it out? Can I take it out, Conan? Okay, new furniture for you to destroy. Ezra, come in here. Ezra, get in. Come in. Get in. Ezra, come in. Nah, he's like, what the fuck? That's jail. Yeah, okay, she's already fucking up. The good thing about boucle is that when your cats actually claw at it, you don't really see it. It's kind of like part of this style almost, that it has this texture to it. And then when Nova's annoying me, I just go, bye-bye. And then I just have some free time to myself. No one biting my feet, no one meowing at me. And I just got two well-behaved boys. One of the main reasons we actually got this is so we could prop our feet up. Because every couch that we've had so far, we've had kind of a chaise section at least to it where we can prop our feet up. If you can't prop your feet up, you're not that comfortable on your couch. Like you could just, this is sitting in public transport position, you know? That's not comfortable. So this is now something that we have to put our feet up, to put extra storage in, and to use as a coffee table. 3-in-1. Very satisfied. She likes when it's unstable. Whoa, whoa. Just me and my boy. Just me and my boy. Come here, Conan, come here. Woo, baby boy, baby boy. What are you doing? Why are you being so cute? So initially I wanted to get floating nightstands because, as you can see, it's a very small room and there isn't a lot of footprint on the floor to even put nightstands. And I actually searched quite a bit for some narrow nightstands and just couldn't find any that I liked. I really wanted to not have anything on the ground and I just wanted to do some floating ones. And although I found some really beautiful ones on Etsy, they were insanely priced, like $200, $300 for just one simple floating nightstand. I guess the cost of wood is just that expensive now. Also because we don't have a lot of storage space, which you're gonna hear me say like many times throughout this series, it is still more ideal to have like a little bit of a taller nightstand with some drawers, rather than just like one floating shelf or one floating drawer. You like the cardboard box better, don't you? That took a lifetime. I feel like one of my lives is gone from just dedicated to putting these nightstands together. So after doing some more searching, I finally found these ones on Amazon. I really wanted wooden nightstands to bring in some warmth into the room, but it is what it is. Sometimes you are just limited in your choices, which actually isn't always a bad thing, because now we do have a little bit more storage. There are two tiny drawers and there's actually a little side nook that you can just like put easy access things like, you know, I have my Kindle in there, my eye drops. So it kind of worked out. I mean, they're a nice neutral white color, but it's kind of stark. It kind of has that hospital vibe to me. So I think I might paint them one of the two colors that I'm using for the faux lime wash, or just another slightly darker neutral color. But let me paint the walls before I take on any new painting projects. It is April 2nd. Yep. April 2nd. Spring in Toronto. Spring.